Well, this is a fun one. We've got Houstonian and safety and many, many other things that we could say positively about him. But it's Michael Thomas. Mike, how you been, my friend? What's new?
What's good, man? Happy to be on here, man. Just trying to figure out, one, how to get a win, but two, glad I'm back in the city, glad I'm representing Houston.
No doubt. And we could talk hours of football, but we're not going to do that in this format. We'll do that another time. Does that sound good to you? All right, let's get into it. Favorite thing about your hometown? What is it, Mike?
I'll probably say probably just the culture. It's something about going to different cities, playing out of state, going visit other places. But everybody always like, man, I could tell a Houston guy either from the way, he talks, from the way, he listens to the type of music he listens to, the way he carries himself, the way he speaks with everybody else. So I think it's the culture, man, because it's no matter where you go, people recognize it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, man. The culture here it's unique. Who, is your all-time favorite Houston Rocket?
Oh, I'd probably say growing up, it was the franchise, Steve Francis, him and Catino Mobley. Growing up watching them, I definitely say that was probably the time where I really was paying attention to the Houston Rockets the most, and then obviously T-Mac coming after. But I'll say Steve Franchise.
That's a good one. It's. You and I were just talking off camera about the pandemic and some of the things you've missed out on here in the office. A year ago at training camp, the franchise was out at a training camp practice, just hanging out watching the Texans. It was pretty cool.
No, that would have been dope to see him. You know what I'm saying? And actually just to say what up to him.
Yeah, he would have liked that. He seemed like a really fun guy. He was just having a good time, watching the guys work out. Okay, favorite non-Rocket Houston athlete. Who's that?
Ooh. That's a tough one. Well, shoot, I'm gonna go late. It doesn't have to be a male athlete, right?
Of course not.
I'll say Brittany Griner because she went to Nimitz with me. She went to Aldine Nimitz with me. She's holding it down, I think, with the Phoenix, the team in Phoenix.
Yeah.
So Mercury. So I'll say Brittany Griner.
How same grade or how close?
She was 1 year younger than me. Yeah, she was class of 09. I was class of 08.
So you knew about her because I was out in Lubbock, Texas, covering sports out there, and we knew about her then because I covered the Lady Raiders, Texas Tech basketball, but it didn't really matter what.
I still remember her in her high school games. We played most of the same nights, but she was big time even in high school. And when she would dunk, the whole arena, the whole gym would go crazy. So yeah, BG. I'll definitely say BG.
Could you dunk?
Oh, yeah, I definitely did in high school. So I don't know, getting a little older now, I can still get up there, but, you got to throw me a oop.
How old were you when you were first able to dunk?
Probably 14.
14? Okay.
Yeah.
Greatest dunker of all time?
Ooh, great one. I mean, even though he's never entered the contest, it's easy to say LeBron, but the way Vince Carter, would light up the gym, you know what I'm saying, anytime he was coming down the lane, I mean, it's spectacular. You see the way Westbrook, for his size to be able to just go down there and, smash on anybody when he's going through the lane. But I'll probably give it to Vince Carter.
That's a good one. I mean, he took that guy's soul in the Olympics back in 2000. So that's always a valid choice. You can go with Jordan if you want to go old school, Spud Webb as well.
Right. Absolutely.
I'm showing my age here, so I'll just I'll defer to you.
Spud Webb is definitely a guy you probably got to consider as one of the best.
There we go. All right, what are some of your nicknames?
Let me see. Here you go. Mike T, Mikey T. Go back to high school. MT3. I was a quarterback, number 3 in high school. So that one probably carried with me for a long time. I was number 3 in college too. So they took the nickname as well. It stayed with me for a minute. So MT3. Yeah, man. So Jacob the Juker. I used to, I was known for my juke moves in high school. So I'll probably say those are the top ones.
Jacob the Juker, huh? I like that. Where did they get the Jacob from? Was it just
that's my middle name?
Oh,
Jacob
okay.
James. So yeah, and people like Richard Sherman calls me Jake all the time. Like, it's very few people who call me Jake, but yeah, his close friends and people from high school, they always make fun of me and use that nickname, Jake or Jacob the Juker.
I don't think that's a nickname that can be made fun of. I think that's an awesome nickname, Jacob.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's awesome, man. I might call you Jacob the Juker in private.
I got to get the ball in my hands, either, fumble, return, pick six or something, so I can show them off a little bit.
Make it happen, dude. Come on. I want to be able to use it. That's great. Jacob the Juker's a good one. Okay. Who is your favorite famous Houstonian of all time? Doesn't have to be an athlete, just anybody.
That's tough. I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, we got a lot of famous people from Houston. I don't know, Drew. I mean, is it easy to say Beyonce? I'm gonna go Beyonce just because she's holding it down right now.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, this is
I mean,
these are your answers, Beyonce.
Right. I mean, unfortunately, I grew up with 3 older sisters, Drew. So I've listened to way more Destiny's Child and Beyonce than, so I really want to like give credit and let people know about. But I definitely know a lot of Beyonce songs, Destiny's Child songs.
All right, 3 older sisters. What was how much older was the oldest, and what were the huge differences?
The oldest is 11 years older than me.
Okay.
And the youngest, she's 1 year, 3 months older than me.
Okay, and then you had one in between. But
one in between. She's 6.
That's like a second mother in a way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it was tough growing up, but at the same time, I didn't really have to do too much.
That's good stuff. How much do you still talk with them?
Oh yeah, I mean, we're super close. We got a group chat, group thread. We keep in contact daily.
What do they call you?
Michael Jacob. I do not like it. Do not use that, Drew. Matter of fact, like erase that. Don't even put that on there. But Michael Jacob. That's
family. I'm not going to intrude in family. You're still Jacob the Juker to me. So I'll stay away from that. But I like that they do use the full. That's very familial. That's very motherly. They're going to call you Michael Jacob. All right. Okay. Let's rank these from the very worst is number 1 to the least worst. Worst things about the city of Houston: our heat and humidity,
yes,
slime in the ice machine, our mosquitoes, and our traffic. What's the worst? What's the least worst?
I'll start with the least worst is the slime in the in the ice machine. I'll say nobody cares about that.
Yeah.
Now, after that, probably worst. It has to be the humidity, the heat and humidity. It has to be the worst.
Okay.
Then we'll go, what was it, traffic. What was the third one?
Traffic or mosquitoes?
I'll go traffic and then the mosquitoes third.
Yeah, you can just put some off on.
Exactly.
Away. Yeah.
But the mosquitoes are a problem.
I like those rankings, but I just wanted to see where you stood with the heat and humidity versus the traffic. That usually gets people going. Okay, let's do positives. Let's not bang on our city too much.
Gotcha.
If someone from out of town comes here that you're close with, that you're friends with, that you want to show them a good time, what place do you take them to eat above all else?
Papados.
Papados, yeah.
Papados. Yeah, I mean, and most people have heard, what's that Papa's chain? It's a barbecue. I'm like, Papados, got to take you there. I mean, a lot of people have been hearing a lot about Turkey Leg Hut. So, you want to, send them a couple new places. Going now, you want to take them to Midtown, pre-COVID, I'm saying hopefully we can get back to that, at some point. And then I think Steak 48 is starting to, kick up a little bit saying, hey, can we go get some reservations there? So probably those are the places I'll take somebody from out of town.
Good choices all. Now I'm hungry. Okay. Let's rank the famous Thomases, and you're included. Okay. We're doing lots of rankings today. So we've got Michael Thomas. We've got the Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. We've got Dave Thomas, founder of Wendy's.
Yep.
We got Jonathan Taylor Thomas, the actor from Home Improvement, and Thomas the Train. What's the rankings, 1 through 5?
I mean, I don't know. Thomas the Train has impacted so many lives, like young and old. So he probably is number 1. You just got to start there. Let me see. The Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. I think for me, just my personal ranking, I'll put him at 2.
Okay.
A lot of people have watched Home Improvement. You probably put him at 3.
Okay.
Wendy's, it's a good restaurant, good chain, 4. And then, there's some guy that went to Nimitz High School, what I'm saying, like Stanford, trying to make a career in the NFL. You put him at 5.
You're so modest, man. You're so modest. You ranked yourself 5th, but I'll take those rankings. This is your rankings, and I like it. Okay, Thomas the Tank Engine. My 7-year-old son, there was about a 2-year span where that's all he wanted. That's all he watched. That's all he played with. So
absolutely.
Good rankings there. Okay, before a game, what music are you listening to?
Great question. I start off the morning with gospel. I wake up, I'm listening to gospel. You get my mind right. That's really every morning, but game day for sure.
Okay.
And then, it turns up a little bit. I got a game day playlist. It goes from anywhere from getting your mind right with some J. Cole, some Kendrick Lamar, Nipsey Hussle, but then it turns up, it's a little Uzi in there. It's a lot of fast beat, newer rappers, Gunner and stuff like that. So we're pretty much whatever everybody's listening to in the locker room. But I go from something that's real what's the word I'm looking for? Conscious trying to get your mind right. You're in the mode for like trying to get something done. So, all right, let's just turn up, get your, you know what I'm saying, your blood pumping.
Get the juices flowing. You got to do that for sure. Okay. Describe your very first car.
Right. My very first car, man. So I had dreams of, you know, candy paint, trying to put some Fords, you know, some swingers on my car, but nah. Like my first one was a Ford Explorer older model, like had to be like 98. And, you know, I didn't really even get it till I went to college when I went to Stanford. Because high school, I drove like my parents' car.
Yeah. Well, no, what was that?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it was my parents' car. It was a Ford Expedition, but I don't really count that because it wasn't theirs. I'm talking about the first one I got in college.
Okay.
I used my little stipend check to get. It was a Ford Explorer. It had to be like a 98, 99. Terrible. You know what I'm saying? Older model. Got what I could. I'm so Houston. I put some 12s in there, put some beat. So I'm in Stanford, beat banging. Everybody, oh yeah, Mike's from Houston. I got Slim Thug playing, Zero, J-Dog. It was crazy, man. Out there in Palo Alto. Dang.
That's perfect. That's great, man. Okay, if you were not an NFL player right now, what would your career be? What would you be doing?
Man, that's a great thing. Probably somewhere in like business, either doing like commercial real estate or some type of investment, or even I'll keep it even light but serious because I could have minored in this at Stanford, acting. I had opportunities to act. Obviously, sports, you know, that was probably the career, you know, the path I took, but I had opportunities to act.
Did you ever act in any plays or anything?
Yeah, it's a funny thing. I starred in one play my junior year. It got like a lot of traction at Stanford.
College or
up to my pro day. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, was it in college your junior year?
Yeah, in college. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, what play was it?
It was like dark comedy or dark humor. It was what was it? Killer Joe. They actually had a movie with wasn't it Matthew McConaughey? Like he like starred in the movie, but like it's dark humor. But I changed the whole concept of the movie by starring in it, and it was like a school hit and whatnot. But I do have one regret. Training for pro day, I had the opportunity to star in The Color Purple, the musical play.
Sure, yeah.
At Stanford, and you know they wanted me to do it. Like the whole campus wanted me to do it. And I turned it down. I was like, nah, I got to focus on pro day. I'm trying to, you know, find a way to get drafted. You know, ended up going undrafted, so it really didn't matter. But the reason why I regret it is because Oprah Winfrey actually came to campus, helped put on a production, and I'm like, all right, I turned down the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And I could have been a part of something even, you know what I'm saying, like greater, and probably would have still took my path to try to get to NFL anyway. So yeah, I regret that.
I don't know if she won it, but I know she was nominated for an Oscar for when she was in that movie, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's wow. So you were in, what was it, Killer Joe?
Killer Joe.
What else before that? Were you in any plays in high school or anything?
Oh yeah, I was in plays in high school. Yeah, a couple plays and took a bunch of theater classes at Stanford. Yeah, it was.
That's pretty cool.
They wanted me to minor in it or like major in it, but that just wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't the path I took.
I think that's great, man. Did you sing at all? Like, did y'all do musicals too, or?
I didn't. I mean, I probably could have, and that's kind of another reason why I didn't do The Color Purple. I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to sing, but I probably could have.
That's all. I say you figure out a way to keep pursuing that avenue. You know,
right.
Take advantage of the because there's got to be some connections here.
You never know. Absolutely. You never know. You might see me in something.
I don't doubt that I would. I think that's cool, man. Okay, let's wrap it up. Last thing that you cooked, what is it?
Ooh, I mean, my wife, she might see this and be like, no, he's lying. But the last thing I cooked was probably breakfast for my daughter on an off day or something during training camp. Like probably made her some eggs and some grits or something, like some oatmeal or something like that. But just cooking, unfortunately, great for me, but unfortunately for my wife. I mean, she takes like the load for that, you know, like she does most of the heavy lifting with that. And, you know, I just try to make sure that everything else is set. You know, I'll clean, I'll do everything else, keep the kids occupied, and, you know, let her bring that home.
Jacob the Juker, it's always good to talk with you. Learned quite a bit about you. It's really fun. Thanks so much for the time, Michael Thomas, and best of luck this Sunday. Best of luck throughout the season. Can't wait to talk with you again very, very soon. Sound good?
Appreciate it, Drew, man. Thank you for having me.